Hello and welcome to the Album Man, and today I'm going to be finally doing CDs I bought recently for November 2012. And yeah, I know this is like really late, but better late than never, I suppose. So let's have a look at the CDs and vinyls I bought in October of 2012. And also for this month, and carrying on, I'm going to introduce a new little thing of sort of what out of the albums I picked up, this month is my favourite. So, it can be from, the 60s to present day or whatever, it's just what album I picked up this month that, is my pick of the month effectively. So, let's start with vinyls, I suppose. So, first we have only one from a car boot this month, weirdly. And this is Elton John's first album, Elton John. And this has stuff like Your Song on it and Border Song. It's more of a singer-songwriter type of Elton John than, the more commercial, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road stuff, which I still think is his best album. And I mean, this is such a cracking album. It really is a classic album. And yeah, this is a good condition, double gatefold vinyl of it. So yeah, really happy to get that for, I think, £1 or something. Now, usually I'm not a big one to buy at charity shops, especially Oxfam, because I think they're massively overpriced. I think Oxfam has its pricing just so wrong for vinyls in general, but I found some absolute gems, to be honest, and I had to pick them up. So, we have Magnum's Kingdom Madness. Now, at the time of buying this, I didn't realise this was a reissue, and may not have got it if I knew that, but it's still a Magnum album I don't have. I mean, yeah. It's not bad, it's still the same album, Kingdom of Madness. But, I'm not a big reissue fan. Another Magnum album I got was The 11th Hour. May not be their best, but hey, it's a Magnum album I didn't have. How could I resist, to be honest? Let's see, okay. One of my favourites that I got, definitely this one. Emerson, Lake and Palmer's first album on the Manticore pressing, this is. And, yeah, I mean, this is such a cracking, prog album, and really happy to pick this up. Really great condition, and yeah, great album. Dio's Sacred Heart, I didn't have this album, weirdly. Massive Dio fan, so even though this is, the box wasn't in the greatest condition, it was still definitely worth picking up. And weirdly, I actually found something inside it, which I'll show you, which I thought was really cool. I found this inside it, a Dio fan mag, which seems to date from around the time because it has a discography at the back that goes up to the Sacred Heart years. And yeah, I mean, it's really cool, to be honest. It just has, things about the band, interviews with Dio, posters and whatever. Yeah, a really cool thing to just happen to find in a vinyl, to be honest. Don't often come across that type of stuff. So yeah, really cool. And then probably my favourite vinyls, I'd say, has to be this Queen Live Killers. In my opinion, definitely Queen's best album. It's a double live album, and it's just fantastic. It's from the sort of earlier stuff. It doesn't have stuff like, Radio Gaga and the more, poppier stuff. It's, the older stuff from the earlier Queen albums, and that's why I think this is their best album. It's just absolutely cracking. It has all my favourite Queen songs on it, and it just is, yeah, such a good album. So, let's move on to the CDs. So, CD-wise, let's start off with this one. Bruce Springsteen's Greetings from Ashbury Park, New Jersey, I think. And I think I'd be right in saying that this is his first album. I'm fairly sure it is, and I can't say I've got around to listening to it yet, but, might do a review of it or something. Arena's Contagion. I absolutely adore Arena. I think they're a really good band, and, a lot of their stuff's usually quite expensive, but my dad happened to have a spare copy of this, weirdly. So yeah, that was great, just happened to get this for free, and it's about like a tenner or something on Amazon, even though it was released in 2003. Arena, fantastic band if you don't know them though. REO Speedwagons, you can tune a piano but you can't tune a fish. I'm not a massive REO Speedwagon fan, but this is a fairly classic album, to be honest, you know. Genesis, A Trick of the Tail. Now, I'm not a massive Phil Collins Genesis fan. Definitely Gabriel. I still thought I'd give this a go, though. I mean, this is the last Phil Collins album to have Steve Hackett on, and I do adore Steve Hackett. I have one of his solo albums, Defector, on vinyl. And yes, I thought it might be worth a go. You know, why not? Now, this was something I got from HMV in their fantastic £2 section, which I do just absolutely love so much. And this is Motorhead Sacrifice, one of their 90s albums. This is from about 95. And I went to see Motorhead recently, hence you won't be able to see it, but this t-shirt. And they actually played the title track off of this. I can't say it's one of my favourite Motorhead albums. It's fairly samey all the way through. It's not a particularly good album. I don't like the title track that much. Live, it was decent, but there were other songs I would rather him have played live, like Bomber. But I'll be talking about that in my concert review. I will eventually do. I have concert reviews to do of Motorhead, Shinedown and Slash, so that'll be coming soon. Then from another thing from HMV's section, Feeders, Yesterday Went Too Soon. I think, yeah, Yesterday Went Too Soon. I can't say I particularly know many of the tracks on this, not particularly, but I absolutely love Feeder, always been a fairly, big Feeder fan, and I really enjoyed Generation Freak Show, of course. That was a great album, the best since Silent Cry, I'd say. But, yeah, this is, it's a decent album, why not for £2? Another one that was on for the £2 thing was this, Oasis's Dig Out Your Soul, Oasis's last album before they split up and turned into Beady Eye, the world's worst Oasis cover band, and Noel Gallagher's Overrated Flying Birds. Yeah, I may do reviews of both of them at some time. There's some things I want to talk about with them. But anyway, listen to this. The first few songs, really good, to be honest. Then the rest of it falls flat on its face. It's quite hit and miss. The first maybe half of it even, it's solid stuff. I just think it does fall down quite a bit towards the end, but give it more of a listen. And the last thing from HMV's magical section is Pantera, the Great Southern Trendkill. Really been getting into Pantera over the last few months, so couldn't resist picking this album up. Really enjoyed Cowboys of Hell that I picked up not too long ago. And then from CEX, even though I find most of this stuff is a tad bit too expensive at the moment compared to HMV's pre-owned section or car boots or whatever, I could not resist the expanded edition of Halloween's Wars of Jericho. Really been getting into Halloween. Bought an album of theirs in, I don't know, I can't remember now, but not too long ago in the summer I definitely bought one, I think Master of the Wings or something, and I enjoyed that. So I thought, Wars of Jericho, the expanded edition with the second disc and whatever, sounded really good for £3 or whatever, couldn't pass it up. I did see another Halloween album, Chameleon or something, but I've heard that's really not meant to be very good, to be honest, so I avoided that. So, my album of the month. What is it then? Is it a CD or is it a vinyl or what? Well, it is a CD, and it was from CX for £1, but just blew me away. An artist I've known bits of, heard some of the greatest hits, but now love. Marilyn Manson's Hollywood. Absolutely adored this album. Now, I did know on this album, I knew Fight Song and Love Song, I think. I knew them, and I really liked Fight Song especially. That was the reason. I've been looking to pick up some Marilyn Manson, give him a go. And I really like Fight Song, so I thought Hollywood was the album to start. This is possibly his most famous album. I'm not sure, but certainly one of his most famous, I'd say. And oh my god, it blew me away from end to end. This is an absolutely spectacular album. And this includes the UK bonus track, which is fantastic. It's just an acoustic version of Nobody, is one of my favourite tracks on the album. And it works really well. I think it's possibly better than the electric version, actually. But yeah, great album. And I mean, for £1, the discs, the disc even, is in absolute perfect condition, never been played. So yeah, they are the CDs and vinyls that I bought recently for October 2012. So yeah, this has been the Album Man. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, as usual. Long live rock and roll.